My friend, we're going to do a real quick version of Black Sabbath's Sunday Bloody Sunday. This is off the self-track LP. This is the title track. I hope you dig it. There are two different ways to play this. You can either play it in drop D all the way through, or you can play it with standard tuning and then turn into drop D tuning. I'm going to show you how to do this in part one, and then in part two, I'm going to go into the solos. Why? I have a student that's working on this. I want to make sure they get the power chords down with the progression, and then we can get into getting into that jam section at the end. With this song, we are in the key of C sharp. Instead of playing C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, I'm just going to move this all the way up to the 9th fret on the E string. Our power chord is derivative of being a 9, 11, 11. 11, 11 is going to be on the A string and the D string, and then we're going to play the E string, low E string, on that 9. Going down a whole step and then back up for a slide. We're going to go down to the 5th fret, our 2nd dot. Go up a whole step, play the B, go up a whole step, play the C sharp, and then go up a minor 3rd, and play the E minor power chord, and then go back to the C sharp. Here's what it'll sound like in real time, then I'll play it slow. Down, up, down, up, down. Down, up, down, up, down. Down, 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 down. 9th fret. 5, 7, 9, 12, 9. That's gonna be our verse. That's the A part. Now, the B part is gorgeous. They play an F sharp minor 7. You can play an F sharp minor 7 down here at the 2nd fret by barring the entire thing and putting what looks like an E minor, but then getting rid of that ring thing a ding ding ding. Oh, wrong way. Get rid of that pinky, and you're going to be forming an F sharp minor 7. Now, I love this next chord. I'm going to show it to you, but you can play what looks like on the 9th fret, what your A minor looks like, and move your pinky. Again, you get the same chord, but here's the chord I want you to see, because this is the one that I remember learning for the song. It's nice, open area, it's beautiful, and it leads to the next chord, an E major 7, perfectly. When we play our first finger on the D string, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to give us our first finger. Second finger, it's going to be our middle finger. We're going to skip. It's going to feel improper generally. It should feel like a major 3rd. We're going to be playing a minor 3rd here. That's because we're playing an F sharp minor. We're going to need the F sharp, and then we're going to need the A natural, because we would have had an A sharp, right? Here's our A natural. When we put our ring finger on the G string, which is the 3rd string down, we achieve the dominant 7. Now in the key of F sharp, our 7th is of course going to be the E sharp. So this is an E natural. When we play F sharp, A, E natural, and put our pinky up here to get the 3rd, nice. We're going to be, minor 3rd by the way, another A. We get an F sharp minor. Now the top of my finger here is touching the E, thusly muting it. And because I'm playing this note right here, I'm muting the top E string with the back fat of that pinky. What a great chord. Don't they always ask you why? This next chord after our F sharp minor is going to be playing the entire 7th fret. You're going to be putting a middle finger on the G string again, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to leave that right there on that 8th fret. You're going to take the ring and your pinky and play the B string, 2 string, 1, 2, and then you're going to play the D string, the 4 string, right here on both sides of that. It's going to look like a little backwards triangle, just like your dominant 7s. It's going to make a major 7, and it's shaped off the idea of your A major 7. If you work this chord all the way up, you eventually get past your D major 7, E flat major 7, to your E major 7. Now hear how the context is. You say you going to the E major 7 again, we're going to go to here and play a B major, but try not to play it as a bar chord. play the E shape, put your finger on the B, and then open up the rest. Open up the rest of that chord. Can I do this? See how I'm playing the chord, but I'm leaving all the other notes open? This leads to a super open and airy sus type chord. Woohoo! If you play with a bar chord, that's fine, but then you can move your fingers out this way. It sounds great. So, that is our A to our B. The third part is the jam. It becomes a tertiary type of movement, meaning A and B is a verse chorus or a verse and a refrain. Sing, 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 chorus, where it does the, this is the A section. B section, it's pretty. Chorus. When we go back to this groove, it goes into another verse, right? And then after that, it goes into a jam. So we're gonna combine both of those. F sharp minor, E, and then a E with a E flat on it, and then C sharp, D sharp, E. It happens that way, back and forth, and eventually it goes into the B. The rest of the song kind of finishes out that way, and they taper off with a good groove, right? Here's where it gets really hard and interesting. After playing this in standard tuning, you're going to want to do your... Right when it goes back to your C sharp, that's when you're going to want to get really good at down tuning your E string to be the same tone as your D, and then you're going to play at the 4th fret. The whole song's going to go into this groove. Power chord, 4th fret. That's how the whole song ends. You're going to want to learn some jams over the top. I'm going to show you how to solo over the top of this in our next adventure in music. I hope you dig it. If so, thumbs up, put your favorite part. And if you've been working on this, tell me where you're at. Maybe I can help you get through it. Other than that, I hope my student really enjoys this. One of my favorite all-time Black Sabbath tunes. Anyway, aloha.